Ah yes, the last ingredient for my potion to end the brutal dictatorship under Donald J. Trump. With just a little bit of his DNA, the effect should be instantaneous. Time to put it in and just watch the news.
Breaking news. Hillary Clinton has just died of mysterious circumstances. More in her underground lizard bunker at 6.
But I got the hair from his bedroom. That could only mean... no.
Hello internet, we are going to return to our regular daily Reddit content as of today, and hopefully my health doesn't nosedive again, as it has the last day or so, because I have never had a sinus headache as painful as yesterday, and unfortunately, I still feel it a little today, but there's been so much going on that I can't even personally tell you guys because it really isn't my place to, but I'll just say I was helping out a brother and homie of mine despite feeling like absolute garbage. But anyway, y'all didn't come to hear me yap about my problems. You came to watch me guide you through the cringe and debauchery that Redditors indulge in on a daily basis. And whenever I get sick, I really miss making content and reading your comments and having laughs with you guys. Because remember, this isn't my community, it is our community. And my Russian may be showing a little, but I don't like disappointing you guys and myself with my absence on the channel. But anyway, on to the posts. And before we begin, unfortunately, Joe Biden now has cancer, and I just wanted to show you guys that on r/conservative, which is, I guess, quote unquote, the most conservative sub on Reddit at the moment. It's kind of hard to tell because it gets brigaded a lot, but anyway, I just wanted to show you guys the response. Let's pray for his health and wellness. Definitely fuck cancer. I wish him and his family well. That's awful. Prayers for Biden. My husband had aggressive prostate cancer. If they get it early, it's survivable. Fuck cancer. Don't matter who you are. No human deserves cancer. Man, that's really terrible. Can't even enjoy finally being retired. I wish him strength and health. Politics aside, I wish him and his family well during these difficult times. And I mean, as we all know, if this happened to Trump, we wouldn't be getting anywhere close to this response, regardless. And I think the main reason is because obviously he's just been painted as a Nazi and a horrible person, literally Hitler, literally the devil, whatever else you want to say. It doesn't matter how many immigrants Obama deported, only if Orange Man does it. But let's move on to the actual sub we're going to be doing today. All right, we're going to be looking at the top of this month because it's good to take a break from these subs every once in a while, because once you come back to them, you see a lot of whole new content, and it's always fun to look at. We're going to be looking at a lot of art today, just a little spoiler. But the reason I come back to the subreddit is I like the theme, right? Like, it's not that these people are just, against the patriarchy. They like cosplaying as witches and doing the whole, like, thematic theatrical show about it. And a lot of their content is based around it. It's kind of fun to look at. Obviously to laugh at, but it is kind of interesting to look at it because there's some really creative people on here, even if I completely disagree with them politically. And obviously, well, some less creative, and we'll definitely see that too, but let's just get right to the posts. Alright, so our first post is abort fascists, sever the head of the patriarchy, of patriarchy, not even the patriarchy. And the title says, I did my part today wearing this shirt in the rural southern US. Aw, you did your part alright. 13,000 upvotes, that's crazy. But if you guys don't know, I did some research, and this imagery is supposed to be Judith beheading the Assyrian general. I think his name was Holofernes or something, but she basically tricked the soldiers into thinking that she, betrayed her camp and ended up getting into the good favors of this general Holofernes, and he got too drunk, and when he was asleep, she beheaded him and brought his head back to whatever camp, and they were able to win whatever conflict was going on at that time. I'm not sure. That was just kind of the idea that I got from the research that I did. But I mean, the imagery is badass. It looks like you're in a large corporate store wearing whatever you want, talking about how much the patriarchy is controlling your life and these fascists are controlling your life. It's a little ironic. I mean, you're LARPing as a victim in the most free country for women. You're walking around in what looks to be a target. Like, I don't know when the patriarchy is supposed to be oppressing you here, but I don't know. Maybe she lived in Iran at some point. Who knows? This shirt goes hard as fuck. You know what? If you just took out the text, I would actually agree. I really like the art here, actually. I have to say, as a lifelong bleeding heart liberal, I, 63 female, am so uplifted by the posts of you young people carrying the torch of resistance. This old lady here is with you every day. Alright, so this person was probably dealing with neocons most of their life, so I kind of get where they're coming from. But with Trump's speech, like, absolutely shitting on neocons, you know, I don't think the resistance of your time is anywhere close to the resistance of today, quote-unquote resistance, right? All we want you to do is resist the urge of killing your kid. That's all we ask. And maybe don't have a triple-digit body count. That's all we can really ask for, really. While driving through a red state to a cool, hip city, I spotted these bumper stickers on the car in front of me. Give 'em hell, come and take it, witches against white supremacy. Come and take it again, and I swoon for the moon. You know, I wonder if they'll ever make a witches against black supremacy or Asian supremacy or any of the other races. I have yet to see one of those stickers. But again, nobody wants your womb. It's the thing that unfortunately happens to grow inside that you instantly murder whenever you feel like it. Like, I still feel we're at the point where you need to accept that it's a person and an actual human growing inside of you, not just a clump of cells. Like, I don't even think we're that far yet. It's crazy how much we've regressed, and this is supposedly the party of science, you know? It's no longer about science when the science becomes inconvenient. That's some bravery. Great stickers, though. Is it brave to say you're against white supremacy? Is this what bravery is nowadays? There's probably very few things I agree with someone like Nick Fuentes on, but I would say that's a lot more akin to bravery than putting out a bumper sticker that just says witches against white supremacy. That's a pretty Walmart American viewpoint. Alright, and now we are on to the art section. The mansplainer. Me, 1995 question mark. So they don't even remember when they made this. But this is absolutely awful from very many perspectives. There's like a nano percentage chance that this once looked actually good at one point and then just decayed to the state that it's in now. But everything about this is absolutely hideous. And I don't even get the message either. Like, I just don't really understand. I may be wrong and you guys can fight me on this, but I think art has to be kind of understood to some degree from someone who looks at something and can come to their own conclusion about it, right? That's why when you put a banana on the floor and start taking pictures of it, there's nothing really that deep about it. I mean, it's just a banana. But even then, I guess you could say you're making a statement about the state of modern art, like some meta shit. But I feel like there's a scale, and the scale that this would be at is really low quality art. It's actually kind of painful to look at, so we're gonna move on to the comments. At that time, I named it MCP, Male Chauvinist Pig. Oh, great. I actually don't know what chauvinist means, but I only hear it in like feminist circles, so let me look that up real quick. A person displaying excessive or prejudiced support for their own cause or group, in particular a man prejudiced against women. Oh, okay. You know what's funny about that though? I feel like feminists are way more chauvinists towards, you know, men than men are chauvinists towards women. And I think science says that too, like the female group preference is much higher than the male group preference, which is actually pretty funny when you think about it. It's just pure projection. But here on the channel, all floppas are created equal, guys, okay? I'm just poking fun at it. Cis het white male LGBT plus ally witch. Mansplain. You see, the dick coming out of the mouth signifies the dick that comes out of the mouth of a mansplainer. Mansplain. Kinda looks like that Dr. Zoidberg with the dick and balls for tentacles. It's wonderfully inappropriate. God, everything that this person just wrote here, I detest because I hate the style that they write in. Like, why is it in HTML? And these two words should never be sequential, like, fucking gross. And here we have this wonderful piece. I made this effigy to help channel some feminine energy, and I don't think this is gonna get me in trouble at all. I mean, if they didn't have this title, I would literally just look at this like, what the fuck am I even looking at? Like, I get the hourglass body figure is trying to like represent like the feminine physique or whatever. But I think even my fiance would hate this. Actually, let me go ask her real quick what she thinks about this. All right, I'll have her do the one before it too. So what do you think of this? It's called The Mansplainer, and they made it back in 1995. What do you think about it?
It's very interesting.
Yeah, I think it's interesting too. What about this? Would you ever allow this in our house?
No.
Why not?
Personally. Oh no, this makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. It's like It's like the masses in the forest, you know, it kind of reminds me of that, like.
Yeah, it just looks like a piece of bone from like a ham or something.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
Alright, let's look at the comments. I get it's personal, but I hate that no one ever gives the woman a head. It's supposed to channel the aspects of femininity, and all but damn are our breasts and vaginas not the only thing that makes a person feminine. I feel like it's another slight against us. Oh my god, taking it so personally, to reduce us to only parts of our bodies, not a whole being. Wow. It sounds like you would be interested in more traditional female depictions in art, but hey, it probably came from a more problematic time, so you probably wouldn't like it anyway. I think it's just not for me. I can't relate at all to trying to split even energy down to the gender binary, and then it's always feminine equal boobs. I wonder why that is. And if you want to get artsy, let's get artsy with it. I think curves are more of a feminine feature too. Like jagged edges appeal to more of the masculine taste, but like the actual curves of the structure, I mean, there's a lot of things you can critique on it from a liberal artsy point of view. And the color as well is what seems to be like a bright white, which can resemble like innocence, purity, cleanliness, divinity, neutrality. Like what I'm trying to get at is these people are thinking very narrow-mindedly and putting their own perspectives on it. Like that's just kind of what I gathered from it. But of course they got to get political with it. Alright, and then we have this one, which I actually think is pretty cool, even though this person looks like a Karen. It has over 10,000 beads, and they created this snake necklace, and I really actually like the detail of this. Even though there's probably nothing we agree with, I think this art is actually pretty cool. Even the way it's designed too, to go around your neck. It's absolutely stunning, though $250 seems absolutely cheap for something that took a month and 10,000 plus beads. That is true. If they're only selling this for $250, that's crazy. And here we have Vagina Cupcakes. These are great. Sugar and spice and reproductive rights definitely felt like a witches versus patriarchy move. Not the cooch cakes. Why didn't you say coochie cakes? It sounds so much better. But I like how the majority of this community is basically middle-aged white women or high school age teenage girls who are extremely liberal as well. They're all pink in the middle. Guys, I think we found the virgin in the chat. My mom made the mother brooches again, and oh my god, dude. I mean, at the very least, I can say they're well made. The idea certainly came together, but I just don't know why you would ever want to wear something like this. They say guys are obsessed over their dicks, but then they go out of their way to spend a lot of time making shit like this. Again, I think there's just a little bit of projection going on. These are exceptional. Yeah. I wish I had more disposable income. Your mom's work is beautiful. I know selling potions isn't that profitable, I'm sorry. And here we go, our favorite punk. This guy loves posting Himbo Vegan. We've seen him a lot on the channel, or at least the punk videos. But if you remember, this guy like wears shirts at the gym and shit. I like cross-dressing and rocking lots of pink because it makes conformist straight cis guys uncomfortable. Also, just because I look incredible. Yeah, at least me personally, I'm not uncomfortable, but I think you look like a complete fucking idiot. Don't just stare, ask me out, coward. Like, you could see the bulge on his fucking skirt. Oh my god. Cheat on your Republican husband, and this is the gym wear that we saw him wearing on the punk video. Women want me, fascists fear me. Can I get a source on that? This is America, bitch. We fucking hate Nazi scum in this country. Again, very brave stuff we're looking at. No compromise with a killer unless they have 20 abortions, then they can have as many as they want. Bitch slay, and oh my god, he has a lot of fucking patches. Hail Satan, bisexual, I like presidents who don't grape children. Virginity is fake and only exists to shame women for having sex. You don't think men get shamed for being virgins? Isn't there a whole thing, 40-year-old virgin? I'll just scroll down and let you guys read them or pause the video so that you can see all of them, but holy shit. If you aren't someone the church would have killed 400 years ago, are you even living? 5.6 thousand upvotes. Would the church have killed PDF files 400 years ago? The church would have condemned the act as a sin, but rarely executed offenders. Civil authorities might, but it depended on time, place, and law. Overall, the church was more lenient or secretive than lethal in its handling of such crimes. Yeah, hold up, let me ask it this. Did the church have the authority of the state to give out punishments to criminals? Let's see what it says now. Yes, in many parts of Europe, especially during the Middle Ages and into the early modern period, roughly until the 17th, 18th century, the Catholic Church did have the authority of the state to punish certain types of crimes, particularly who's considered moral or religious offenses. So wait, how did they punish these people? How did the church punish PDF files back in, let's just say, 400 years ago? So they punished them with penance, defrocking, removal from priesthood, confinement to a monastery or church prison, and excommunication. Damn, okay, so it would be considered sodomy. So I gotta know what the punishments for sodomy is now. So what would the punishment for sodomy, fornication, and defilement be? Okay, so civil court punishments were execution by burning, confiscation of property, or public humiliation. So I don't know why it just didn't tell us that immediately. So that makes sense. It seems it was classified as something else because obviously it's a more modern term. But I guess it wasn't specific enough. I meant like someone who actually got caught abusing one, not just someone who liked kids. Even though back then the differences were probably very, very minimal. I'm someone the church would kill now. What are you? There's probably like 5 churches in the deep south that would actually consider killing you, but I don't know why you would go there and or antagonize them and, you know, to do such a thing. So I don't think many modern churches would actually kill you, if any at all. That's like a very, very small percentage. Jewish, enough said. Holy shit, I'm about to start a war in the comments. Like, I don't really know the like religious history behind it, and I'm sure there's a lot of nuance to it. So I'm just gonna let you guys handle that in the comments. I'm gonna leave this alone for now. Great turnout today for the protest against the UK Supreme Court ruling. Oh, what was this ruling again? The UK Supreme Court ruled that the Equality Act's definition of sex refers to biological sex assigned at birth, not gender identity. This means that for the purposes of the Equality Act, a woman is defined as a person, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Even though I hate the term assigned at birth, it's literally an observation, but I'll let it slide. But yeah, that's a huge common sense W. I'm surprised that the UK of all places did this. Really shows the changing of times. And I'll just leave it on this. Nobody has the power over trans people. And unfortunately, this can't be further from the truth, as not only do you have the minority in terms of, you know, the population size, but if you ever claim to be oppressed, this kind of contradicts your entire narrative, so you can't have it both ways. So in a certain sense, you have the least amount of power in the country, but only the people higher up in the institutions are the ones that are perpetuating this small agenda that you have. And that, unfortunately for them, is just the way it is. That's the observable reality, so. Advocate for real medical treatment and stop indulging in this gender identity bullshit, and I'm sure a lot of your problems will go away. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for your support, and I can't wait to start making videos again. It has been too long, even though it's only been 2 days, but I have been really just dying to make a video, but my head was literally killing me last night. I've never felt so much pain in my forehead, but thankfully, it's not nearly as bad today, so hopefully it gets better when I go to sleep tonight, and I can read and respond to all your comments. So I love you guys. Thank you to all my patrons, my base gods, my base legends, my super based and my base certified members. You guys are forever going to be in my heart, and I love just reading through all your names when I do put you guys up here in the editing. So thank you, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.